In a house built of silent sorrow, every corner held the chill of an unspoken grief. Alara, with her iron gray hair pulled back in a severe bun, moved through the halls like a winter shadow. Her gaze, sharp and cold, followed her daughter-in-law, Lena, a constant, heavy presence. "The tea is too weak," she would declare, her voice cutting through the quiet. "You've polished the wood against the grain." Each word was a small, sharp stone cast at Lena's gentle spirit. Lena, with her kind but weary eyes, would simply bow her head, her hands trembling slightly as she corrected her trivial mistakes. The home was beautiful, a tapestry of tradition and exquisite craftsmanship. But its beauty was smothered by a palpable coldness, a weight of years of swallowed tears. One afternoon, while cleaning a long-forgotten storage room, Lena's fingers brushed against something smooth and cool tucked behind a stack of old chests. It was a calabash gourd, old and ornate, its surface carved with intricate patterns darkened by dust and age. As she reached for it, a voice like shattering ice echoed from the doorway. "Do not touch that." Alara stood there, her rigid posture stiffer than ever, her face a mask of sternness. But behind the anger in her eyes, Lena saw a flicker of something else, of deep, raw fear that made her own heart ache with a strange sympathy. Alara's warning was not just a command. It was a desperate plea, leaving an unsettling chill in the dusty air. Weeks later, a storm raged outside, mirroring the tempest in Alara's soul. The house felt smaller, the walls closing in on her, and the loneliness was a physical weight on her chest. Driven by an impulse she hadn't felt in decades, she retrieved the forbidden calabash. Her hands, usually so steady and severe, trembled as she clutched the cool surface. With a final, shuddering breath, she uncorked it. A torrent of shimmering liquid light poured out, not onto the floor, but into the air, swirling into ethereal visions that filled the room. It was the light of unshed tears, her own tears, locked away for a lifetime. The light painted a scene from her past. A young Alara, her face streaked with dirt and silent suffering, knelt on the same floor, scrubbing until her knuckles were raw. Her own mother-in-law, a woman with a face of stone, stood over her, her voice dripping with scorn. The visions showed young Alara enduring endless hardship, her spirit slowly being crushed. She learned to wall off her pain, to bury her sorrow so deep that it turned to ice in her heart, believing that strength meant never showing a single tear. The torrent of memories of the gentle girl she had been forced to bury became too much to bear. The elderly Alara collapsed, a lifetime of grief finally breaking free in a flood of heart-wrenching sobs. She wept for the young woman she had lost, the pain she had endured, and the cruelty she had inherited. Later, the storm having passed, the house was quiet once more. Alara, her face softened by tears and her eyes filled with a profound regret, found Lena in the garden. She didn't speak, but her expression said everything. Lena, seeing the brokenness and the apology in her mother-in-law's gaze, offered a gentle, understanding smile. She reached out and took Alara's frail, trembling hand in her own. It was a simple gesture, but it bridged the chasm of years of coldness, a silent promise of a new beginning. The cycle of pain, passed down through generations, had finally been broken by a simple act of compassion. In the sunlit days that followed, the house began to feel like a home. Alara and Lena would often sit together, a quiet understanding between them. The calabash gourd rested on a small table, no longer a vessel of hidden pain, but a reminder of a past that could finally be healed. With Alara's hand resting on the gourd, Lena would gently place her own over it, a symbol of their shared journey toward forgiveness. For they had both learned that true strength is not found in the silent endurance of suffering, but in the profound courage it takes to forgive not only others, but oneself, and to let compassion finally light the way